The villainous lady caught by the little Wolf. Never expected that. The grown-up male lead would be this cunning. She almost got completely devoured by him. Just now, Feng Yunfei felt her whole body burning. She realized this was a trap. For 8 years, she had dodged the crown prince's arranged marriage. If it weren't for the empress and prince pressing on Feng's family, she wouldn't have accepted today's invitation. But the prince had tampered with the wine, and now he planned to take her by force. The prince entered the room smirking. Feeling unwell, Yunfei? Knowing she couldn't fight back, Feng Yunfei stepped back towards the window, and then she jumped, but using her energy forcefully, made her body feel like it was pierced by needles. The prince watched her shuddering figure. Even in this state, you'd rather endure pain? Then let me touch you? Feng Yunfei ... Do you really hate me that much? The pain was unbearable. The prince watched his trembling figure. You shouldn't even be using lightness skill right now ... But you'd rather endure this agony? Then let me touch you? Feng Yunfei, just how much do you despise me? But even so, he was determined to claim him tonight. He ordered his men to chase after him. Dashing through the crowd, Feng Yunfei didn't dare stop for even a second. Then he spotted a carriage nearby, perfectly hidden from sight. It was the best place to hide right now. When the coachman questioned him, afraid of being thrown out, Feng Yunfei blurted, "I'm the woman your master brought back. Deal with it." Stunned, the coachman hesitated, unsure of what to do. He didn't dare act recklessly, so he let her climb into the carriage. At that moment, Feng Yunfei awkwardly muttered an apology. But when he looked up ... A man sat there, face cold and unreadable, and his features looked eerily similar to Zissou. Feng Yunfei's heart tightened in shock. "Excuse me ... Are you a man or a ghost?" The man smirked. "Just now, didn't you say that I was the one who brought you back?" But as far as he knew, Zissou had been guarding the border. For the past 8 years, he had risen from an unknown soldier to a legendary general, a living legend of Nanzhao. If he had returned to the capital, there should have been rumors about it. So ... This man couldn't possibly be Zissou. "Apologies, I didn't mean to offend you earlier. I just ran into some trouble. Get out." The man coldly cut him off. Feng Yunfei froze. The prince's men were nearby. If he stepped out now, he'd definitely be dragged away by the prince. So Feng Yunfei revealed his identity. "I am the prime minister's daughter. If you help me, as long as it's not unreasonable, I'll grant your request." "Oh, then what if my request is you?" Feng Yunfei's face turned crimson. "Are you joking? Do I look like I'm joking? Don't you realize the poison in your body, if not expelled within the time of 1 teacup, then the only cure is exactly what the one who drugged you intended?" Feng Yunfei glared at the system cat. "You never told me this was so serious. Are you setting me up?" The time of 1 teacup was almost up. "You refuse to leave, yet won't beg me either. Aren't you just offering yourself to me? So if I beg, you'll cure me? Why not give it a try, to keep my dignity intact? Begging isn't a big deal." Feng Yunfei instantly turned on the waterworks. "As long as you help me detox, I'll be your loyal servant for life." The man was speechless at the sudden 180 turn. He simply ordered the driver to head for Woking Manor. Feng Yunfei cautiously observed the man. He might not be a good guy, but he sure looked good. Even his mole placement was just like Zissou's. But as the drug took full effect, his mind became groggy and unfocused. Unconsciously, he murmured Zissou. At that name, the man's eyes snapped up, his gaze filled with complicated emotions. When they arrived at the manor, the man simply applied a few acupuncture needles. And just like that, the aphrodisiac was neutralized. But then he smirked. "I've just poisoned you again." Feng Yunfei was dumbfounded. "You tormented me in the carriage, fine. But why poison me again? I said I'd repay you. And I meant it. But if it's something I refuse to do, even if you poison me to death, it's useless." The man chuckled coldly. "Blind trust? Do you think you're noble? Or just stubbornly self-righteous?" He stepped closer, backing Feng Yunfei into a corner. Toying with a strand of his hair, he whispered, "You've poisoned people for no reason too. So now, I'm simply returning the favor. Why act like the victim now? I'm just following your example." Feng Yunfei's heart clenched. That voice, those words. He really was Zissou. 8 years ago, Zissou left the capital in hatred. But now, clearly, he was no longer that obedient boy. Not anymore. But when Feng Yunfei realized Zissou planned to trap him here, he panicked instantly. "I risked my life escaping the Wolf's den, not to walk straight into a tiger's lair. Too bad, you're already in. But don't worry, you're not going to die. If I dare to poison you, it means I can cure you too. When I decide what I want from you, I'll let you go. Until then, be a good boy and stay put." Feng Yunfei was too exhausted to even argue. "You knew he was Zissou all along, didn't you? Well, you were suffering so much. It didn't seem like the right time. I figured I'd tell you once he left. Feng Yanfei didn't want to hear another word. Right now, he just wanted to get the hell out of here. But the next second, a sharp pain shot through his chest. Wait, this was wrong. The 7-leaf butterfly poison shouldn't act this fast. Unless, this was his improved version of the poison. No wonder he was so confident. He knew I wouldn't be able to escape. Because this pain would keep me in check. That bastard left me here alone on purpose. Soon, Zissou pushed the door open, his expression grim. He rushed over and shoved a pill into his mouth. Sorry. I was late. It won't happen again. You think there'll be an again? Zissou, stop pushing me. The man arched a brow. Pushing you? That's all it takes for you to feel wronged? When you bullied me back then, did you ever think I'd one day return the favor? So this is revenge? No, life at the border was dull. Coming back and seeing an old friend. I figured I'd bring you back for entertainment. Furious, Feng Yanfei smacked his hand away. Don't touch me. The man's gaze darkened. Just one touch disgusts you this much? He grabbed both of his wrists and yanked him closer. Then what if I touch you now? Feng Yanfei opened his mouth to protest. But the next second, Zissou silenced him with a forceful kiss. Had he lost his damn mind? To save the dying male lead, she ruthlessly pushed him into a snake pit. Because he was poisoned, only snake venom could slow it down. But unaware of the truth, he hated her for it. He even mistook her younger sister as his savior. 8 years later, they meet again. Only then did he realize. His hatred stemmed from an undying love. His sudden move made Feng Yanfei tense up. But his strength was overwhelming. She had no choice but to bite his lips to break free. Then she slapped him hard. Zissou, are you insane? He showed no emotion, but his eyes darkened slightly. If I hadn't stepped in today... right now, you'd either be in the crown prince's bed... or in mine. Or... were you just playing hard to get with Zihan? Your so-called escape. Jumping onto my carriage just for show? Deep down, were you hoping I'd take you back? How I feel is none of your business. Feng Yanfei was truly impressed by his wild imagination. Such a big reaction. Don't tell me Zihan never kissed you? Feng Yanfei was speechless. What does that have to do with you? Feeling an inexplicable jealousy, Zissou grabbed his face. So you have kissed? Feng Yanfei, completely misunderstood, had no way to explain. 8 years ago, he lied to him, said the one he loved was Crown Prince Zihan. And now, he had no choice but to continue the lie. That's right, Zihan and I love each other. But he couldn't promise to marry only me in this lifetime... So he drugged me with peppermint mist. Zissou was completely enraged. Big sis Feng, you're truly vicious. Not only shameless but also fickle. You're so greedy. You deserve to end up with nothing. Feng Yanfei nearly had a heart attack. Calling me cruel and shameless, fine. But fickle, excuse me? Get your facts straight, you kissed me. You men can't control yourselves. And yet I'm the fickle one? Talk about making excuses. You're a lady. How can you be so shameless? The two kept bickering, neither willing to back down. Feng Yanfei puffed up his cheeks. Then just kill me already. Zissou almost laughed out of anger. Feng, no matter how much you argue, you're stuck here. I'll let you win this round. Wouldn't want you getting sick from rage. With that, he flicked his sleeve and walked away. Feng Yanfei was fuming. This brat is definitely doing it on purpose. The next morning, Feng Yanfei headed to the garden for a system mission. The task, destroy the snow roses Zissou gave Feng Yanren. But as he looked up, Feng Yanren was already in front of him. Sis, why are you here? Of course, Zissou invited me. Feng Yanren's heart tightened instantly. She couldn't understand. Zissou had hated Feng Yanfei for 8 years. Despised him to the core. So why bring him here now? Feeling displeased, she put on the air of a hostess. Join our flower viewing banquet. Feng Yanfei stepped forward. These flowers Zissou planted them for you? Feng Yanren barely nodded. When Feng Yanfei suddenly grabbed a stick and smashed the flowers to bits. Feng Yanren gasped in horror. Are you crazy? Feng Yanfei sneered. If you hadn't said so, I would have thought these ugly flowers were for me. The moment he came back, he locked me up. Kissed me, bit me, what a hypocrite. Since he's so fickle, don't blame me for being ruthless. At that moment, Zissou arrived, hearing the commotion. He ignored Feng Yanfei and walked straight to Feng Yanren. Yanren, you're here. Why didn't you tell me? Feng Yanfei's mood soured. Hey, how touching. Even your attitude is different around her. Feng Yanren looked aggrieved. I shouldn't have come. Zissou glared at Feng Yanfei. What did you tell her? Everything you did to me last night. Oh, you can do it. But I can't talk about it. If you don't want your sweetheart hearing something worse, then hurry up, cure my poison and let me go. Then you can focus on coaxing her. You can leave now. But the antidote? Forget about it. Feng Yanfei nearly exploded. Just then, Feng Yanren suddenly spoke up. A grand estate like this, no cure for poison? Or maybe ... sister, you don't really want to leave. Feng Yanfei's heart stung for a moment. But the next second, he spun on his heel and strode off. Yeah, right. Like I'd want to stay here another second. Feng Yanren saw Zizou's reluctance. Your Highness, are you expecting gratitude? Or did you always plan to keep him? He was drugged. But wasn't that just the perfect excuse for you? Zizou's gaze turned icy. Do you even know what you're saying? Feng Yanren scolded, quickly apologized. That only made Zizou feel guilty. If she hadn't saved him back then, he would have died in that cave. And now, he was yelling at her because of Feng Yanfei? Unacceptable. Sorry, I overreacted. I'll send you even rarer flowers tomorrow. As an apology. Feng Yanren beamed at his change of heart. Zizou, however, secretly signaled Shadow Moon, telling him to escort her home. But Shadow Moon misunderstood and spent the entire trip playing matchmaker. Miss Feng, don't be sad. For 8 years at the border, my lord never stopped writing to you. Clearly, you still hold a place in his heart. Feng Yanren blushed, telling him to stop. But she looked more confident than ever. After all, who knew Zizou better than her? And so, Shadow Moon continued his mission. My lord, are you secretly trying to revive the snow roses? To surprise Miss Feng? Zizou flared up. So it was you who told Feng Yanren these roses were for her? If you dare spread nonsense again, I'll feed you to the dogs. Only then did Shadow Moon realize his lord's heart belonged to the other Feng lady. Meanwhile, in the Chancellor's manor, they scoured the capital for doctors to cure Feng Yanfei's poison. Yet no one could. Out of desperation, he downed a whole bowl of sedatives. Not long after, Zizou slipped into his room, intending to give him the antidote. But seeing him choose sedation over seeking help, rather than coming to him, made Zizou's heart ache. Feng Yanfei, do you truly refuse to see me that much? A girl transmigrates into a villainess who loves the male lead, but she must act evil to complete her mission, making him hate her. Then she credits her kind-hearted sister instead, so he mistakes the sister as his savior. Now, they meet again. Love and hatred intertwine. At this moment, poisoned, Feng Yanfei is deathly pale, groaning in pain. Zizou is both angry and distressed. Why suffer alone instead of coming to me? Sensing movement, Feng Yanfei weakly opens his eyes. Zizou stands before him. His expression darkens. I came to give you the antidote, but you seem to enjoy suffering. Feng Yanfei struggles to sit up. If you're here to mock me, then leave. You got what you wanted. Now get lost. Zizou fumes, think carefully. If I leave, you'll suffer all night. So just pain, not death? Feng Yanfei mocks, then collapses from exhaustion. Zizou catches him instantly. He quickly feeds him the antidote, hiding his deep concern. I just don't want trouble if you die. Feng Yanfei sighs, exhausted. Just tell me what you want, so I can be done with this. But Zizou just stares at him. Flustered, Feng Yanfei looks away. I'm fine now. You can leave. Go. Zizou refuses to leave. Ungrateful, aren't you? Feng Yanfei glares, ready to snap. But then, Fenger, are you asleep? His father's voice. Both freeze, breaking into cold sweat. Feng Yanfei shoves Zizou, go. Zizou smirks, what if I don't? You, Feng Yanfei seethes. He hastily lies, I'm asleep, father. Let's talk tomorrow. But his father insists, open the door. Feng Yanfei's heart stops. He won't leave without seeing me. Go now, he pleads with Zizou. If we're caught, it's not just me in trouble. You're a prince now. Do you really want a scandal over me? Zizou scoffs, that's how you beg? Feng Yanfei suddenly puts on puppy eyes. It's my fault. Please, just this once? Zizou ruffles his hair. If you were always this sweet, we wouldn't be like this. Feng Yanfei grits his teeth, right? Whatever you say. Zizou laughs, finally satisfied. Feng Yanfei sighs, what a pain. Fine, whatever you say. But deep down, Feng Yanfei wants to throw him out. Just then, his father enters. What was that noise just now? Feng Yanfei panics. Probably a stray cat outside. The stray cat under his blanket stays silent. Feng Prime Minister opens a box. These bracelets were the Empress's gift. The Empress is giving them to you now. She clearly wants you to marry the crown prince. But if you refuse, I won't let anyone force you. Feng Yanfei doesn't want to trouble his father. This is my mess, I'll handle it. If I really can't, I'll ask for your help. After sending his father away, Feng Yanfei finally exhales. He lifts the blanket, come out. But then he freezes. Zizou's face is beet red. The ever-cool wolf pup ... blushing. Feng Yanfei is utterly dumbfounded. Who knew he could be shy? Zizou awkwardly looks away. Feng Yanfei's own face heats up. His heart skips a beat. What is this feeling? He throws a pillow at him. Minnie, you can't just crawl into a girl's bed. Spent a few years at the border and forgot basic manners, huh? Zissou coughs awkwardly. Sorry, desperate times. Feng Yunfei huffs, just get out already. This time, Zissou listens. He glances at her then leaves. The storyline is completely derailed now. Even the system can't predict when Zissou will take the throne. But the Empress is pressing harder. Feng Yunfei decides to sabotage the wedding. As long as it's over before Zissou ascends. It shouldn't be too cruel. Right? Meanwhile, Zissou finally calms down. But Feng Yunfei's scent lingers, clinging to him. The cold night air clears his mind, only for his face to flush again. Little does he know, their next meeting will be a dangerous temptation.